We are done.
All right, I'd like to call the regular meeting to order at 7:30 PM.
Keith Gordon,
Yes.
Tim Pan, Max Glouy.
Yep.
Michelle Kelly. Here. Jamie Wilson. Here. Sean Drewsdorf.
Here.
James Cartwright.
Here.
And Riley is absent.
We all stand for the flag.
To the flag of the United States of America.
And to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Persons to address the board. Anybody want to address the board? No? All right. One person in the audience, they don't even want to talk to us.
Hi. Welcome.
Presentation to the board, there's something scheduled.
We gave you a month off.
Yeah, yes, I would appreciate that. I need a motion to approve the minutes from the November 18th meeting. Yeah, Max, James for the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Hi.
Opposed? Motion carried. Board committee reports. Start off, there was policy, right?
There was. I wasn't able to make it.
Committee was yesterday. There are, was there 7 policies that need to be updated? We are going to read them, provide page with comments in 2 weeks.
You wanna look at what they did?
Thanks. Michelle's job to actually know.
I know, this is the meeting I missed, so.
Yeah, so data network, federal grants, guidance, suicide prevention, school safety plan, which, we're gonna send to the school safety committee. Cybersecurity, concussion management,
The other two are on the back.
students with life-threatening conditions and medical and personal care items, which are things that we, did last year. But there are changes in this year, so we have to review them. So we're gonna read them. Give page comments in a couple weeks. If we don't have any comments, they'll be at the next board for vote for the first reading. So aiming for January, some of them are high priority. So we get them. Good summary? Good, good.
That's great.
Good job.
We did have a budget committee meeting as well. We looked at preliminary, very, very preliminary New York State numbers, which were promising, but they could change, so I don't think we want to talk about them out loud until they're pretty set in stone.
We have to wait for the governor's budget to come out in January. We had some preliminary numbers regarding foundational aid for next school year. But again, it shifts each month when we get our report, so we'll know more after the governor's budget proposal comes out in January, and then we can revisit that.
And then Aaron had a baby.
Yes.
That's kind of it, I think.
We haven't had any meetings in athletics. Nope. The winter sports have started, cost of games. So nothing to report on as far as committees go.
Yeah.
I think health and wellness got postponed, the new date, so
Yep, and then safety and security is next week.
next week. Yep.
Yes.
And the budget negotiation part is still happening, so we'll keep you filled in with that when the time comes. All right, thank you for all the wonderful reports. Let's move on to the financial reports. Aaron. Oh, yes. Would you like to do it?
Oh, I've been waiting to build these.
Waiting all day. for this.
So, yeah, so the treasurer's report, was in your board packet. All the balances and things are looking good. the other report financials this month was, the GB stand, profit and loss. And, you'll note, if you looked at that, that the profit for the stand was a little over $14,000 this summer, which was a 42.92% profit, based on what the expenditures were. So, I just want to, in public session tonight, give a huge shout out to all those who make the stand possible and keep that running every year. And I'm looking forward to going back next summer and taking the whole admin team for lunch. I think that'd be really nice to have the whole admin team go, and be president of the GB stand. So, yeah, they did a really great job this summer.
My only question on that was, how does that compare to prior years?
It's up there.
It's up there big time.
So it's not,
Yeah, it was good, good
Okay.
profit.
Well, some of that has maybe come right. Didn't they change like the menus a little bit in the,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it was really, it was fading away, really. Besides the fact that before we changed it from the senior stand to the GBCS stand, we couldn't get the seniors to work and stuff, but now that this GBCS, there seems to be a lot more interest throughout the whole community that wants to support it, which I think is a great thing, because there's a lot of volunteers in the public that said, hey, I once worked there, I want to work there again, and now it's open, if they do the volunteer form and, fill that out. I would like to thank the board for continuing to keep it going, because that was a very touchy situation there with the budget and stuff, so I think if it continues to do this, I will support it 100%, so.
Yeah.
Is that all you got for me?
That's what I have for your financials, sir.
All right.
Did a good job.
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion to accept the treasurer's reports?
I'll motion.
I'll second.
I got Jamie with the motion, Michelle. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion carried. Can I get a motion to accept the GBCS stand analysts report profit loss? Question.
I'll second.
Any with a motion on that? And then Michelle, second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay. Well, moving on to the consent agenda. General action items, make sure you look at your addendum, because there's an addition to number 2. And there is an addition to number 3. And that was what I passed over to. But everybody's had time to read that. Can I get a motion to accept? Motion. Got James with a motion.
I'll second.
Max with a second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Opposed? Motion carried. I need a motion to approve the contract with Turning Point Licensed Behavior Analyst Services PLLC.
I'll motion.
Michelle with the motion. Jamie with a second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion carried.
Yeah.
On to personal action items. I need a motion to appoint the advisors. Miranda Hempfeld, Jim Schneider, Candy Mitchell.
I'll motion.
A second. Sean with the motion. Max with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion carried. B, approve the memorandum agreement with the GVA. Max with the motion,
I'll second.
Sean with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? C. A motion to appoint special education teacher Adriana White.
Second.
Max with the motion. James with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
So, welcome Adriana's here today. We're super excited that she's gonna be joining us, and help us lead our special education department as our new CSE/CPSE chairperson. She's coming to us from Cuba Rushford. She's been, a special education teacher there for the last 6 years in a number of capacities. And you may remember that our elementary principal once worked at Cuba Rushford. So there's already some relationships built, and we're super excited to have her join the team coming right after the holiday break, and helping us make sure that we're leading and taking care of the needs of our special education students. So welcome to the Jaguar family.
Thank you.
Did you work with Megan?
Megan is in our elementary principal and I was in the high school. I worked with Sarah Taylor when she was our school psych, and I also worked with Kelly Lefevre as well. So very excited to be here.
We're excited to have you.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. All right, let's move to D. I need to, motion to approve long-term substitute teacher Stephanie Collins. Max with the motion,
I'll second.
Joe with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Look on your addendum. There is an E. You guys all had time to read that, about the mentors. Well, can I get a motion to?
I'll motion.
Sean. James with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
I have a question. No, you're okay. So everything still falls under GVEA if it's administrator that is a mentor for someone. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, now we're gonna go into the informational and discussion portion of this board meeting.
All right, so you'll see on the agenda are some of the upcoming board meetings. As I mentioned, we have safety and security meeting next week. Then we have, remember in January, there's actually, 2 times we'll be together. The 13th is a regular board meeting. And then the 27th is work session only. And that's the work session where there'll be a training from Super Eval, on the use of the online evaluation tool. Another thing to note that's on the agenda is that NYSBA announced that Sylvester Cleary was elected to the Area 3 Director for the NYSBA board. A couple other things I just wanted to share with everyone tonight is the bond anticipation note. So it's called a BAN that Aaron gets for, that's what we get to help cover the cost of capital projects. So the bids are going out, are due on December 30th because we're setting up financing for the 2023 capital project and the energy performance contract because that work is getting ready to start. And so we will close on that account on January 15th for those funds. And remember, we set up that NY class account where those funds will go to help us earn additional interest. So I just wanted to let you know that that $8.8 million ban, the bids are out, for December 30th. I also wanted to let you know that we have a congrats to our athletes from our fall sports teams, that all varsity teams were recognized by the New York State Public High School Athletic Association as scholar teams. And between and on our United sports teams with Belfast, we have 31 individual athletes who were recognized as with athletic honors. So that's really good. I know that a lot of you were at the concerts today, so we had two really great concerts. So congrats to all the kids for that. If you remember, we have our grant from the Department of Justice that we need to finish out in a strong way. So our social emotional learning interventionist from Peaceful Schools is starting tomorrow. His name is Tim Lewis. We approved that contract with Peaceful Schools at a couple board meetings ago. So Miss Roberts and I were very busy this afternoon getting a room in an area set up for him so that he'll feel at home when he starts tomorrow. I've developed a schedule where he's going to meet with every administrator, the counselors, our school social worker, to just learn who some people are and start getting acclimated to the district tomorrow. So we're super excited about that. Couple other things I just wanted to share with you is in the elementary school, the Reading Incentive Award for students who met their reading goals, that program is going to be on the 12th. And on December 18th is the PBIS Assembly for Gratitude and Compassion. We have a lockdown drill scheduled for tomorrow at 1:45. The announcement went out because if you remember, the state regulations now say we have to provide an announcement out to the community within 7 days of holding a drill. So that has gone out. There's going to be a Spirit Week next week with an ugly sweater contest on the 19th. I heard that I'm the judge for the ugly sweater contest, so that seems like a lot of pressure. Mrs. Donlin also wanted me to share that Mason, who was here and presented for the FFA, he competed in an ag equipment repairs competition for a scholarship for the University of Northern Ohio. And he placed fourth out of hundreds of students, and he earned a $3,000 scholarship if he decides to go there. So congratulations to Mason. And then the last thing I just wanted to share under information tonight is I had mentioned at a previous meeting that based on a training that the school resource officer and myself had attended at Belfast, we were looking to make the building safer in the mornings and shutting down the open access to the two entrances in the back. That required that we redo where the students are parking. So we've been having the students park out here in that very last row. But now what's happening is there's a lot of congestion in this parking lot, particularly at the end of the day. You're smiling. Yeah. So, but what we're finding is there's some days that there's upwards of 40 people coming into the vestibule and waiting for kids for pickup. So we had Mr. Graham, Mrs. Donlin, and Mrs. Taylor and myself had quite a long discussion after the admin meeting the other day about possible solutions. And so what we're looking at is being able to designate certain doors for certain grade levels. But we also looked at, could we use the back parking lot for some of that pickup in the afternoon? Because those cars are lining up starting at like 2:15, 2:10 some days. And it's making this area out here just really congested and just unsafe. So I know that it's a concern, and we're looking at possible solutions that we could put into place when we come back in January. So I just wanted to let you know that we are working on that. We do like having those those doors in the back locked because of the safety and security issue of having unmonitored entrances. So more to come on the parking situation out front.
Just a question, have we started putting, money into your class yet?
No, we were waiting for the band funds to come in, and then that will be the first deposit.
Okay.
Yeah, and they'll, like I said, the bids are opened on the 30th. And then the money is deposited for us on the 15th, and then it'll be transferred to the NY class account, so we can earn that interest until we start making, paying some of the expenses for those projects out of it.
And I would like to give kudos to the elementary concert too. That was a really good concert.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that, especially that Jiggle song. We will jingle you back.
What's the favorite?
Brought back the old days. Start dancing. It was very, very good.
I watched that online. I love those little kids up there just boogieing.
They did a wonderful job.
Good job.
He
Yeah.
does a good job.
Yeah.
All right, so that is all for the regular meeting, but we are going to. I need a motion to go into executive session.
I'll second.
We got James with the motion. Max with the second.
7:52.
What time?
7:50.
7:52 PM. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
We're gonna start